Patrick Simiyu, who said the move will undermine development across the country's 290 constituencies. According to the court ruling, the NGCDF Act of 2015 will cease to operate on the midnight of June 30th, 2026.
Wanasema ya kwamba wabunge sisi tunyang'anywe hii pesa ya CDF, ati hii pesa irudishwe kwa national government, ati mambo ya basari itolewe kwa mtu anaitwa mjumbe, irudishwe kwa national government. Nyinyi wananchi mnakubaliana na hayo maneno? Kwa sababu mimi nataka hii sauti wabunge wenzangu waweze kusikia ya kwamba sisi hapa Cherangani na Kenya nzima, kusema kweli, ukitafuta pesa ya mjumbe, pesa ya mbunge, utaweza kutrace hiyo pesa iko wapi. Kila mtu anachakuliwa na anapewa majukumu yake na pesa yake. Tuko na mbunge anapewa pesa ya CDF, tuko na governor anapewa mgao wake pesa mingi sana. Mimi ninapata chini ya milioni 200. Lakini ukienda kaunti inapata bilioni 10 kwenda mbele. Sasa wakati wa kazi, wacha kila mtu alime mkaya.
Right, and still in the world of politics, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musoka has said he will move to court on Monday to file an application challenging the takeover bid of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by Adani Holdings Limited. Kalonzo, who spoke in Kisii on Friday, says the secrecy surrounding the deal makes it fishy. Adani Holdings has also filed cases in court blocking the deal, arguing that the takeover is still at the due diligence stage and is yet to be approved.
On Monday, tuko kwa mahakama kupinga mambo haya ya kuuza uwanja wa ndege. We are not atubatishi. Senator Onyonka, congratulations again. The country will stand with you. We know the story inside out. Tunataka openness. Hatutaki mambo ya siri. Kama mnauza uwanja wa ndege kwa mfano, uwe ni mambo wazi. Na ndio namsifu ndugu yangu Richard Onyonka, seneta wenu, kwa kusimama wazi na kusema uwanja hauwezi kuuzwa bila mazungumzo. Na Senator Onyonka, you become a statesman. In fact, you have raised yourself above KC. Huyu jamaa mtatuachia tuende naye Kenya nzima tubadilishe serikali ambayo inakuja, so that Kenyans will live peaceably, bila mawaji, bila kutishwa.
Moving on, Energy and Petroleum Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi has pledged to ensure the realization of last-mile connectivity across Kenya. Wandayi emphasized that this will be accomplished through close collaboration with the Kenya Power and Lighting Company and the Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation. Speaking in Migori County, where 305 households are set to benefit from last-mile connections, Wandayi reiterated his commitment to ensuring that all regions in the country are connected to the national grid. He further stated that he is working with other agencies to enhance the country's power network and reduce frequent outages.
Apart from these last mile connectivity programs, which we are rolling out, we have got mega projects that are geared towards ensuring that we have got steady supply of electricity in this part of the country, the southern Nyanza region.
The people of Endo, I just want to assure you that the unconnected areas, I'm going to make sure that they are also connected to the grid.
And we continue urging you to allow us to come through your villages, to come through your farms, allow us to connect electricity, because this electricity is going to bring around socio-economic development to you. It is going to benefit you and future generations to come.
Right. Sigor Member of Parliament Peter Lochakapong has called upon the Pokot community, especially in Sigor, and civil servants, including chiefs, teachers, security officials, as well as political leaders to embrace unity as the only solution to the challenges of insecurity and ethnicity in the county. Speaking in a meeting with the area chiefs at the Kerio Valley Development Authority headquarters in Takwal, the Member of Parliament stated that Sigor sub-county has faced a number of challenges, such as insecurity that is compounded by poor politics in the region.
Tuweze kufanya kazi kwa ushirikiano kama viongozi wa sehemu hii, kwamba tuweze kushirikiana, tufanye kazi kwa pamoja for the overall general result na good performance ya sub-county yetu. Hiyo ndio tumeweza kukubaliana, na mimi nashukuru kwa sababu chiefs wote wamekuja hapa, assistant chiefs wako hapa, heads of departments tuko nao hapa
pamoja na kukubaliana mambo mengi. Tumesema ya kwamba tutaenda njia moja ya amani.
And thousands of Kenyans suffering oral health problems are set to benefit from humanitarian drive to fight fluorosis. The initiative was informed by the 2015 First Oral Health Report by the Ministry of Health that indicated a high prevalence of fluorosis at 46% amongst children and 98% amongst the elderly in samples collected. The campaign is dubbed 1,000 Bob for a Million Smile.
Know very well that most of these vulnerable people, especially the elderly, those ones in the street, the ones in the orphanages, and the different abled children, especially the ones with autism and cerebral palsy, suffer these oral health issues due to lack of access, lack of services, and also financial constraints. Our main aim is to restore these smiles so that we can give hope and confidence once again to all these people in those categories and others. This is an initiative targeting to uplift 1 million healthy smiles.
And still in the world of health, county governments have been urged to allocate funds for the purchase of antivenom to help save the lives of those bitten by snakes. Speaking during the International Snakebite Awareness Day in Shinalu constituency, Kakamega County, Dorothy Okemo, the director of the Access to Medicines platform, emphasized the need to ensure that all level 4 hospitals are equipped with the antivenom to treat snakebite victims. On her part, Catherine Shiechi, the health services manager for Shinyalu sub-county, noted the challenge of stocking antivenom in the lower level health facilities due to the high cost. She encouraged residents to be cautious in their activities to avoid snake bites and advised anyone bitten to seek medical treatment as soon as possible.
The county departments to put in some amount in their budgets, whether it's in the overall budget or whether it's within the FIF, Facility Improvement Fund budget, so that all level 4 facilities across the entire county and in all sub-counties have at least some stocks of antivenom.
Rabies and snake venom is rarely stored in our facilities. One, it's because of the cost implication.
Right, and we move to Kisii County, where Keroka Technical College had their first graduation ceremony where they discussed on Tets to establish funding desks. Dr. Esther Thaara Muoria, the Principal Secretary of TVET, spoke on the curricula that is geared towards achieving absolute skills. She said the curricula was set in a manner that will be a competency-based education and training. Dr. Esther stated that students are trained and crafted with a skill and called on requisite trainers without the boards recruiting them. She added that the funding desks are to help students apply for the scholarship and help loans.
Tets is the way to go. We have now ensured that the TVET curricula is geared towards achieving absolute skills for the students. So we are saying that the curricula has been crafted in such a way that we are able to train our young people in the competency-based way. So the curriculum is CBET, competency-based education education and training, and we have completely exited the theory training of our Tibet students, and we also now have the examining body, which is a CDAC, Curriculum Development Training and Certification Council, Assessment and Certification Council, so that what we are saying is that we are training and examining and certifying our young people in the skills, in competencies that they are able to rely on, either to employ themselves or to go into industry and be able to take up the responsibility.
And as the blue economy sector continues to boost Kenya's economic growth, micro, small and medium enterprises have been urged to exploit the untapped opportunities that exist in the blue and circular economies. According to stakeholders, despite 40% of the world population relying on oceans and seas, the Kenyan government has not set up enough policies that will see Kenyans gain more from the sector. However, only 50,000 Kenyans have been employed in the blue economy sector, which is low compared to the country's population. However, Somo Africa is going on with the empowering micro, small and medium enterprises with the main aim of moving Kenya's blue economy contribution to the GDP to at least 20% from the current 2.5%.
Time for us to now open up the coast, open up the oceans, open up our waters, and put the right investments in place to therefore get it to move from 2.5% to 25% to 30%, even at least to 40%, because it appears that this is now going to be the next frontier for growth, and we need to be able to put a focus, we need to be able to invest in it, we need to be able to de-risk it, we need to be able to open it up and start it up so that the value chains can produce the jobs that we need.
Plastics inachukua miaka mingi kudecompose katika environment. Ya kwanza inachukua miaka 400 ndo plastic ipotee katika environment. So leo plastiki hii ikitengenezwa inachukua 400 years. You can imagine ikipatikana kwa fish, na fish wanakula hiyo plastiki wakidhani ni chakula, kwa sababu hawajui kama hii ni plastic, so they end up dying.
Kutoka kwa hiki kifuvu unavyokiona hivi kilivyo, matokeo yake ni haya. Leo hii glasi nikiuza hata kwa 1,000 kwa 800, nimepata kwa ile nazi ya shilingi 50 nilionunua mtaani.
Date, we've created over 14,000 jobs. And our entrepreneurs, for every dollar we invest in them, that comes back in $17 of income for themselves and their employees. So we're looking at 17x return on our investment.
And we head back to the world of politics, where a section of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya affiliate parties is considering a split from the coalition to protest the removal of Augustus Kialo Muli from the names forwarded to the Independent and Boundaries Commission selection panel. According to NLP, Muli was elected as the candidate for the panel, having won the support of 16 out of 23 political parties in the coalition supporting his candidature. Despite Muli winning at the Political Parties Dispute Tribunal, his name was not forwarded as an appeal has been filed at the High Court.
Partisan politics to forward the names as was directed by the courts. We were further taken surprise when we realized that the Parliamentary Service Commission, through the clerk, Mr. Jeremiah Nyengenye, appealed at the High Court in Milimani that the name of Dr. Augustus Kialo Muli should not be forwarded among other 8 nominees to the IBC selection panel for reasons that he cites that, number one, Dr. Augustus Kialo Muli's name should be replaced because if his name is forwarded as the court directed, then it will be defeating the very principles of gender inclusivity. However, in the findings of the court, the Political Parties Dispute Tribunal, it is not in Dr. Augustus Kialo Muli to cure the gender issue in as far as the selection panel composition is concerned.
The IBC selection panel, 16 members out of 23 voted that I represent Azimio. This matter has since ended up in court, and I'm not going to talk about the court process. I'm not going to talk about what is in court, other than to say that on the 10th of September, the political parties, the PPDT tribunal confirmed that I am the rightful winner. And it gave very clear orders that one, the clerk of the...
Moving on, Mount Kenya University Maritime Academy Malindi campus has started trial courses leading to certification next week by Kenya Maritime Authority. And as Josh Onsari reports, the institution has put in place all the necessary requirements to start the training.
Mount Kenya University is set to launch a maritime training academy which will train Kenyans who wish to work in various shipping lines in the country and across the world.
This center that we have established here, the Maritime Academy, is basically to focus on trainings, professional development for those who want to venture into the maritime world.
So far, the institution has installed modern training equipment and qualified staff to boost the growing sector.
We are very ready for the trainings related to the academy. We have already started one. This week we have had trial class, which is being concluded, which we are concluding this week.
Many institutions have not had the willingness. I'm grateful that our management was willing to invest into it. And we have brought on board the captains around the industry, and they are so passionate to use these simulators to help this country to produce the future captains.
The students are already on with their classes and practical lessons to equip them with the necessary skills required in the job market.
1, 2, advance! 1, 2.
The students who've registered for STCW trial class leading to certification here at Mount Kenya University Maritime Academy are optimistic that once they are done with their courses, they will get jobs in the marine industry.
The experience was good, very successful, and I'm looking forward after this course to pate kazi.
The accreditation of MKU Malindi Maritime Academy will take place next week during the World Maritime Day. Josh Onsare, TV47, Malindi, Kilifi County.
Thank you, Josh. Tea farmers from Toror Tea Factory in Kericho walked out of a meeting with Agriculture Principal Secretary Paul Rono after expressing their dissatisfaction with the announced tea bonus. The farmers were left frustrated and voiced their displeasure directly to PS Rono, arguing that the amount was unsatisfactory. The meeting, which was attended by Ainamoi Member of Parliament Benjamin Langat, Tea Board of Kenya CEO and Kericho County Deputy Speaker Eric Bett, turned out contentious after the PS failed to declare the anticipated bonus attempts by PS Rono to diffuse the tension, including addressing the farmers in the local dialect, fell on deaf ears as farmers threatened to stop harvesting tea unless their concerns were addressed.
Ninakuja hapa kwa sababu kumeumana. Na nilikuja hapa nakuja na kiboko kubwa. Hii ukora ya factories ya KDTA ikome mara moja. Ukora ikome. Wakulima wapate haki yao.
Kwanza nimefurahia kwa PS Fila ameingia na ametupea separation na Tegat iwe factories tofauti. Hiyo tumefurahia sana na tumeshukuru. Lakini chenye hatu kufurahia sana ni kule kuhusu mambo na bonus. Kama madirectors walifanya average kati ya Tegat na Toror, hatu kufurahia juu kilo zangu ni zangu. Sawale wanaofuna huko Tegat ni sawa. Haki yako iwe wapewe na yangu ipewe. Kama ni 5 bob yangu ilichukuliwa ikapewa kwa Tegat, hiyo sitakubali. Eri 5 bob yangu ikuje mpaka kwangu. Juu nikipiga hesabu zangu kama ni 5 bob na niko na kilo 3,000, hiyo direct ni 15,000 shillings yenye nimeipoteza. Na hiyo ingenisaidia kwa mtoto wa shule.
And Cape Media Limited has signed a memorandum of Kenya Forest Services, an event of its kind, being the first collaboration that KFS has had with a media house. The partnership aims to raise awareness to the public on forest conservation, targeting to have achieved President William Ruto's initiative of planting 15 billion trees by 2032. Anastasia Mukabi reports.
With an aim to raise awareness on forest conservation, Cape Media signed a memorandum of agreement with Kenya Forest Service. These two will be working hand in hand, where Cape Media will use its media platforms to report on environmental conservation.
Indirectly through supporting your initiative as a major agency for trees and for conservation, we as a media company, as a media outfit, we will use all our assets, all the assets available for us to ensure that we support you.
The Chief Conservator of Forests, Alex Lemakoko, claimed that foresters are poor communicators. Therefore, this partnership is one of a kind.
Foresters are very poor in communication. You plant 1 million trees, you don't even want to talk about it. We want to tell somebody from Moranga who is not doing anything simply because it rains most of the time, that you can actually plant or even raise seedlings that can be used somewhere else.
Nonetheless, this partnership is a kickoff for Mount Kenya University's race to plant 130,000 trees this year.
Being another MOU or MOA added to the university, I think we will work big towards the presidential declaration of planting 15 billion